Raila Amolo Odinga, you are out of order. And I'm sorry to say this. The events surrounding the aborted impeachment of Governor Sakaja are very troubling. I say Raila is out of order and the events are troubling, not because I have anything against Sakaja, not because I want Johnson Sakaja to be impeached. Far from it. I have nothing against him. But coming from the man perceived to be not just the father of the Constitution, but the originator, the father, and the defender of devolution, coming from the man himself, Raila Amolo Odinga, to be seen to be standing in the way of accountability is indeed very tragic. That Raila Odinga should be the man to stop members of the county assembly publicly from exercising their responsibility, their role, and their power of oversight over the governor is very saddening. I pray that this be the last. Some years back, we saw what was clearly an affront on devolution when President Uhuru Kenyatta summoned Mike Mbuvi Sonko to State House and imposed the Nairobi Metropolitan Services and Mbadi on the Nairobi people and on Governor Sonko. That was not just a clear violation of the Constitution. It was a demonstration of utmost bad faith on the part of the national leadership. As if to add salt to injury and to make matters worse, UDA MCAs were summoned to State House. State House, I underline. And instructed to abandon the impeachment motion against Sakaja. And hear this. Oh, hear this. Sakaja was given 60 days. What power does the national government have over devolved governments that the president may give Sakaja 60 days? It may look light. It may look politics. But getting the president who is head of the national government to give head of a devolved government another level of government 60 days to do what the MCAs want, to reform, or else. Now you can see the statement Raila and Ruto are making on and about this Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. Nobody knows this more than Raila Odinga. That the Constitution is written using the blood of Kenyans. That many people lost their lives, property, limb. Careers were destroyed. People went into exile. Nobody knows this more than Raila Odinga. That Raila Odinga should be the man to demonstrate publicly that people can stand in the way of devolution is something we must quickly condemn and ask Raila Odinga never to repeat the same. But I'm aware, I'm not naive. Raila is a politician. What was playing out was politics. President Ruto is a politician. What was playing out is politics. There is nothing absolutely wrong. Indeed, it is within the territory of politics for the leader of ODM, Raila Odinga, to salvage the political career and the governorship of Johnson Sakaja. It's perfectly normal within the context of politics for President William Ruto to save Sakaja. I'm aware of that. But what I'm saying is what is being presented to the public is not politics. No. President William Ruto and Raila Odinga are telling the people of this country that they can stop the constitution from operating. They can dictate to a devolved government what to do. They can threaten a governor. Because if you can stop, you can allow. If I can stop your impeachment, I can allow your impeachment. I can manage your impeachment. If you can summon MCS in public, it means you can summon the same MCS and tell them impeach this governor. So that is no longer the reason why the governor is being impeached. But the power wielded by the most powerful man in this country, the leader of ODM, Raila Odinga, and by the powerful head of state and head of government, William Samoei Ruto, that we, Raila Odinga, powerful politician, leader of ODM, and William Samoei Ruto, head of government and head of state, have the power to send you, Governor Sakaja, home. We can save you today, but in 60 days, if you don't toe the line, we will send you home. So one, I'm sure that I know, like every other Kenyan knows, that it shouldn't be within the power of the president and of Raila Odinga to dictate what happens at county governments. I'm also sure nowhere is it expected that the two, or anybody else for that matter, should tell the MCS how to do their work and when to do it. But number two, I'm equally aware that an impeachment is a political process. The players in this impeachment process are MCAs. They belong to political parties. To UDA, they belong to ODM. And the leadership of those political parties have a say in what goes on in those counties where they dominate. That I'm aware. So I'm repeating this so that nobody gets me wrong. So that Onyango doesn't tell me you are being unfair to Mzee. I'm actually being very fair to Raila Odinga. He's a man I love and respect. The things I hear are hurting me. I hate to hear people say the things they are saying about Raila Odinga because I care. There are those who don't care. I do care what happens to Raila Odinga, what people say is about Raila Odinga. I look at those cartoons, the memes. Mosho Moja. I don't like that. Stories about Raila receiving money. They are not true, but I don't like that. And I'm urging Raila Odinga not to invite such. He's done so much for this country. He is the proper exemplification of a statesman, of a man who has put country and society above all else, including his family and himself. It doesn't sit well with me that a man of Raila's stature should be described in the manner he's being described. I care. There are many people who don't care. After having so much having done so much by way of this constitution, fighting for it, defending it, then you come out to be seen to be the very same person preventing the constitution from working. My advice to Raila Odinga and William Ruto: you are politicians. You are perfectly in order. Perfectly in order. To save Sakaja, or any other governor for that matter, Kericho, whatever. But don't do it in a manner that tells the people of this country you are prepared to trample on the Constitution, to step on the law, to demonstrate your power, to reduce MCS into children, to be told, sit down, stand up, do this, do that. Then how will devolution ever work? How will the Constitution ever work? If two individuals can stand in the way of the Constitution being tested, stretched, we want to stretch the law to the limit. We want to see how it works. We want to see MCS attempting to impeach governors. We want to learn. We want to test. We want governors to know that there is accountability, that the funds they use don't belong to them. If this impeachment motion had taken place, we would have had an opportunity to hear rumors circulating that some house was being bought in Texas, almost $1 billion shillings, 700 and something million shillings, that somebody was conned of that kind of money. This would have been prosecuted. We would have had such a rumors would have been dispelled. Sakaja would have come out stronger, ready to face 2022. But I want to tell Raila Odinga and William Ruto, what you've done has not helped Sakaja. He is coming out as a very vulnerable person, very weak, needing the support of Ruto and Raila to survive. Not just impeachment, but in the running of Nairobi. That the things are so bad, some of us even don't know, by the way. The things are so bad that if Baba is not around, Sakaja cannot survive for a day. That's the picture you are painting. And that's why I tell our politicians, please, work with advisors. Ask your advisors, I want to save Sakaja, which is the best approach. But you summon people to State House, you summon people to your office or somewhere like that, and the rumors begin doing the rounds. And then the governor comes out as so weak. How are you helping him? Sakaja moves to 2027 wobbling. You basically destroyed him. It's my son. Maybe he deserves another chance as governor. But by coming out so strongly and so openly, in complete defiance of the Constitution, then you're not helping him. I request that all of us allow the Constitution to be implemented. Obey the Constitution. Follow the Constitution. Let us perfect the process of impeachment of a governor. There are so many flaws. There are so many loopholes. MCS only need to sulk and there's a motion to remove a governor. Let's deal with that. Somebody needs to talk to senators, perhaps, just talking to them. And the trial goes the opposite direction. These are things we will address. Even America, with all its years, we still see numbers playing out during a trial in Senate after an impeachment in Congress. We need to learn. But open interference with the process, open interference, from the top leadership of the country cannot be tolerated. It shall not be tolerated, and it must be condemned.